For 160 years, Brooklyn Community Services has stood alongside Brooklyn's communities through moments of challenge, growth, and transformation. Through all that time, one thing has remained constant. At BCS, we know that the strongest solutions don't come from the top down. They come from people. For us, community means partnership, working alongside neighbors, families, local leaders, and organizations to truly understand needs, not just respond to them. It means honoring the history and strengths of every Brooklyn neighborhood, and it means building a borough where everyone has the opportunity to thrive. Time and time again, we've seen what's possible when the community leads. We saw that in our partnership with Brooklyn High School for Leadership and Community Service, a school giving young people a second chance to graduate. When it faced closure, BCS stood alongside school leadership, parents, advocates, and elected officials to fight for those students. Together, we kept it open. Today, it serves young people and is stronger and more stable than ever. Hear more about this story from the people who are on the ground.
Brooklyn High School for Leadership is a DOE transfer school. We service students ages 16 to 21. I founded the school with BCS so that we can create an opportunity for transfer school students to have a therapeutic transfer school model with a community-based organization.
This is a lot about BCS partnership within the community because it does align with our mission and it shows that we do serve the residents of Brooklyn and our neighborhoods.
So 7 years ago, we received information that we were on the receivership list.
And basically what receivership means is that your school is under review, possibly for permanent closure.
We felt that we were an asset to the communities we served. We've had a lot of success with students that were off track and came to us and we got them to graduation. So we fought that decision.
BCS and all the community partners really work together to help keep the school open.
What BCS did to advocate for the school during the possibility of closure, we tried to really give our students and families a voice and advocate that way.
We organized, we visited community boards, we reached out to local elective leaders in the community, and of course got our community partners involved. It was part of why we're open now.
If this school didn't exist, you would have students not gaining their high school diplomas or a college and career plan or a job or a pathway. And these are students who have experienced trauma or they're dealing with adult challenges in their life. So sometimes they just need a second or third chance or some time for someone to listen to them and validate them and someone to believe in them and just one adult to be able to work with them to help them to achieve their dreams.
Transfer school work is always challenging, but we've continued to see successes. Someone can struggle for the majority of the time they're here, and then something clicks, and we see students succeed and graduate. That's continuing. That work is just continuing.
And that story is not unique. Across Brooklyn, we see the same spirit at work in our Food for Families program, where farmers, volunteers, and neighbors come together to provide fresh, healthy food to thousands of Brooklynites. What began as a response to urgent need has grown into something deeper, a network of people who believe that access to nutritious food is not a luxury, but a right. Week after week, that belief shows up in the form of full boxes, familiar faces, and a community that refuses to let its neighbors go hungry.
Food security is a big issue right now. 40% of households in New York City need some form of assistance, and we can be that. Not only are we mitigating food insecurity and hunger in our Brooklyn communities, but we're providing healthy options that may not have been there otherwise.
Sometimes you may not have enough to support yourself or may not have enough income, to get what you need to provide a meal. This program is definitely good for us.
The Food for Families program is a grant funded by New York State Department of Agriculture that BCS has received. And it was established to bring healthy food produced by farmers upstate down to New York City to communities that are in need.
We distribute to 7 sites all across Brooklyn, and the goal is to bring what would emulate a farmer's market bag with all the various rainbow of color of nutritional items that you would need.
My experience on distribution days has been really positive. I was overwhelmed at the amount of people looking for support and then the amount of people we had to support. I think it's just incredibly important to put food in people's hands.
We're also supporting New York farms. We try to focus primarily on BIPOC and women-owned farms. So it not only supports farmers, it supports our Brooklyn communities.
Access to fresh, healthy food is important because so many families are forgotten about. They get the least. But for me as a farmer, I want to give them the freshest, the healthiest product because it supports their immune system, supports their health. We don't want to make sure they're forgotten about. So that's why fresh and healthy food is important.
We love what BCS stands for. We're happy to help to serve our community.
I've really seen an impact on how communities can come together for something as simple as a bag of produce, and it really turned into a community building event, and we're trying to continue to work on that and build out and develop additional resources and activities around food distributions. So something that starts as simple as a food distribution can also turn into a lot more to support not only someone's food needs, but also families' needs, community needs, to enrich our participants and the community.
This program shows Brooklyn Community Services' commitment to our Brooklyn communities, and it's growing.
The needs of our communities are evolving, and so are we. At BCS, we are deepening our work, strengthening the programs and partnerships that support Brooklyn every day. But we're also asking bigger questions. How do we expand access to opportunity? How do we reach more people more effectively? How do we build systems that are not only responsive, but are truly equitable and sustainable? The answer, as it has always been, is community. Because real change doesn't happen in isolation. It happens when people come together with a shared purpose, shared responsibility, and a shared vision. That's what has sustained BCS for 160 years. And it's what will carry us forward into a future where every Brooklynite has access to the resources, support, and opportunities they need to thrive. Into a future where community continues to lead the way, and into the next 160 years